Hi, my name is Bhumanand Barik and welcome to my YouTube channel. As we have already seen data science life cycle, so today we will directly jump into the different varieties of algorithms and the math behind it. So before learning algorithm, we need to understand how many types of learning is there before understanding machine learning algorithms. So as we know, there are three varieties. One is supervised learning, another is unsupervised learning, and third one is reinforcement learning. So in supervised learning, it is actually a labeled learning, means the data which is given as input is already labeled. It means for each and every data there is a label. What kind of data is that? The label is certified, the label is already given for that particular amount of data. So based on the label, the new data will be checked whether the new data is having the same label or it is having different label. If it is in the same label, then it will be it will be separated accordingly. In unsupervised learning, it is not about label. There is no label on the given data. So directly a machine will decide based on some algorithm like clustering kind of algorithm. It will specify what kind of data is it. And in reinforcement learning, the moment data is coming, the moment data is entering, it will identify the data and it will decide what kind of data is it, and it will give the label or like that. So we will understand each and every concept of machine learning now onwards. Okay. Here, as we can see on the screen, machine learning is divided into three types. One is supervised learning, another one is unsupervised learning, and third one is reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, the data which is given for processing is already labeled. As an example of supervised learning, let's understand how labeling works. So in this example, we are considering a project in which the rate of car price has to be identified. So here the project is predicting car price. The car price has to be predicted based on these features: mileage, diesel consumption, and suppose there are other features like what is the speed of the car, what kind of equipments present in the car. So there are various features which has to be considered, based on which the price increase rate has to be checked. So suppose a car is giving for 40 kilometer per 1 liter, like that. Different cars are providing different mileage based on diesel consumption. So out of those feature, easily it can be identified which car is having what kind of price. So if the price is increasing from one car brand to another car brand based on certain features, based on different qualities of the car. So if any other car comes where those kinds of features are present, suppose a car is having for 1 liter it is going 40 kilometer. There is one more car in which for 1 liter it is going 50 kilometer. So this is suppose A brand car, and this is B brand car. Suppose there is a brand C came, and this brand is having 40 kilometer again per 1 liter. So definitely we can assume the price of C somehow equivalent to price of A, because the diesel consumption is quite similar in both the brands. At the same time, we have to check other features if any kind of similarity is present with brand A or any kind of similarity is present with brand B. Based on different similarities, so there are various label appears. So here we can consider the, suppose here feature means, we can understand basically feature means the columns. So here the mileage is one column, and one more column is diesel suppose equipments, whether any balloon system is there or not for the car. One more column is here what is the gear, what is the horsepower, engine power. So based on that various columns are there, and at the last we are having one more column, price. Our major work is just to identify the price. What is the price? Suppose here the price is 5 lakhs. One more price is 7 lakhs. One more price 20 lakhs. Various cars is having various kind of feature, and based on the feature the price is here defined. Suppose a new car brand came, if similar kind of features are there, according to the feature what will be the price range? Here it has to be identified. So here basically different labels are present. Based on the label, the dependent feature is calculated, and the machine learning algorithm will identify in such a way so that it will identify the price rate. This is pure example of supervised learning. Apart from that, we can consider one more example, like predicting score of a determining effectiveness for a patient, or predicting amount of rain which is happening. Suppose there is one more example we can consider here. One more example we can consider here. So in a particular area, some amount of rain is appearing. Every year, based on certain calculation, whether the rain will increase or decrease, it has to be checked. So this also depends on particular kind of label which is given to the data. If the data is having label, based on that label, here all these calculations are happening based on label. Label means the label which is assigned to the feature. So if similar kind of feature is having similar kind of label, it will put in that particular kind of if that particular kind of label is given, in that label it will identify and calculate, and based on that the dependent column will be checked, and based on that the algorithm will calculate. In supervised learning, not only regression comes, classification also comes. So if we check the example of classification, in classification we can consider like classifying tumor. Suppose a person is having cancer, breast cancer especially. In that there are various types of cancers are there, cancerous cells are there. One kind of cancerous cell is benign. One more kind of cancerous cells are like malignant. So the classification will happening here. Out of those cancerous cells, it has to be checked whether these cells are benign or whether the cells are malignant. The classification will happen. It is something like yes and no, yes or no. If it is present, it's yes. If it is not present, it is something like no. Like predicting if it will rain tomorrow or not. the way I told, if the rain is happening, it is yes. If the rain is not happening, it is no. So simply the column will, in the column, like in the dependent feature, it will appear like whether the rain will appear yes or no. So how many yes is there, how many no is there, based on that the like average will be checked, and it will be calculated whether yes the rain will happen tomorrow or the rain will not happen tomorrow. Like one more example we can give here, like identify the sentiment of any product, like whether positive or negative. Suppose a person is giving one rating, so out of 5 out of 5, how much rating the person is giving, whether the person is giving 4 rating or whether the person is giving 3 rating. All these things has to be checked in classification. So this is all about supervised learning. We will definitely discuss about this supervised learning in depth, so in one more video. Let's consider about one more kind of machine learning, that is unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, no predefined labels are available. No pre-label. It means label is not there. Like we do not know what kind of data is given to us, but internally the algorithm will calculate based on the features, what are the similarities of the features, and they will like try to make the cluster. So here we can understand the clustering is one of the example of unsupervised learning. Like topography means in a map, like desert is there or not, grass is there or not, forest is there or not, like a kind of clustering will happen. This area, like here we can say this area is a desert, this area is grass, this area is forest. Like kind of clustering will happen in unsupervised learning. We can consider one more example, like determining different groups of weather patterns, like whether it is cloudy or not, whether it is sunny or not. We don't know the kind of input, but based on the features, but based on similarities, different clusters are happening. Clusters means groups. Different groups are happening, and similar kind of data is calculated, and it is formed a group. Based on the group, simple decision is made by the system. All these things has to be written in the algorithm itself. The algorithm has to be created in such a way so that the machine will understand automatically. One more example we can consider here, like discovering crime hotspots. So in a city, as an example, we can see in a city, what are the areas are crime hotspots. So these are particular areas where crime is happening or not. Based on the calculation, based on the features present in the data, it will automatically identify it. But in this, there is no particular kind of label present here. Recommending items based on purchasing history. This is one of the most important. I'll explain. As I told, like recommending items. Suppose there is a mall. A person is going to the mall. In that mall, the people having age 60 and above are purchasing particular kind of products. People those who are into 30, they are purchasing different kind of products. So based on age group, different product clustering can happen. Suppose these people are purchasing different kind of clothes, or these people are purchasing different kind of electronic gadgets. Suppose people having like more than age 60 are purchasing medicines or like healthcare products. Those who are less than 30, they are purchasing different fashion items. So based on that, a kind of clustering can happen, a kind of group can happen, by which the system will automatically give the suggestion to the particular kind of people, so that for them what is best recommendation can be given. This is applicable for malls, and this is also applicable for e-commerce sites. So as we have already understood in different videos, machine learning process is having it's like particular kind of life cycle, like obtaining data, then explore and process our data, understanding the data basically, then data cleaning. Data cleaning means the way we have understood the data, based on that we have to create the data, like make our data in such a way so that we can create the model on that. At least like if there any negative values, or if any missing values are there, we have to manage missing values. If it is an imbalanced data set, we have to make it balanced, something like that. Then feature selection, as we have already explained. Feature selection means, suppose there are some hundreds or more than hundreds of features are there, columns are there. Out of those columns which are actually necessary for us, we will keep that. Apart from that, we won't keep any kind of feature which is not required. Then at last, model building. Model building means implementing the algorithm so that algorithm will automatically understand what is the pattern of data which is already given. So once the model starts understanding the pattern, it will be efficient enough to capture and identify what has to be done. Once the model is successfully identifying what exactly it is supposed to do, then evaluation. Evaluation means at last the accuracy will be checked. Accuracy. Suppose model building done. Model building is done. After that, accuracy will be checked. Accuracy, whether it is more than 90% accuracy, or whether it is less than 90% accuracy. Based on that, whether it is 100% accuracy, 100% accuracy will simply lead to overfitting. There is a term called overfitting. Overfitting. It means when we test it, that time it will fit properly, but when actually it is supposed to fit, it won't give proper result. It will give wrong result. But as we can see, as in the future videos, I will be explaining you, when we will be testing it, that time it is fitting, the model is fitting properly. But in the future, when actually we are deploying, that time it is giving us wrong result. Statistically, we can consider it like bias, low bias or high bias, and high variance. Low bias, high variance, or high bias, high variance, those kind of concepts will come. So we will be checking all these algorithms gradually, and request you to share this video and subscribe. Thank you so much.